Hey, what's up, Boxing World? Show number 13 of the 13th round with Freddylokz, and let's get right into it. This last Friday on Friday Night Fights, we had a pretty stacked card. I mean, it was really exciting, lots of knockouts. I was really impressed with this kid, Erislandy Lara, who KO'd his opponent in one round. I wasn't impressed with the fact that he KO'd him, but it was how patient he was. You know, when he heard Keith Gross, he really picked his shots off perfectly, and he didn't get crazy and too wild, and he got the job done. And I was pretty impressed with him. We also had Yorkis Gamboa back in action, man, and you know what? This kid brings it, man. This guy brings it, and I love the way he fights. I love that he does not care who his opponent is. He's coming for your head regardless. He's getting hurt and still coming for your head. I mean, that's a sign of a true warrior right there. He killed his opponent, Walter Estrada, in the first round also, and just the way that his fans, all the Cuban people, the way they looked in the crowd, so excited and so happy, you know. I mean, really made me feel really good about the sport, man. And you know, I was really happy, man, seeing these people like that in the crowd, cheering and jumping up and down. It really impressed me, and it really made me feel good. We also had Brady Prescott. He's a guy that KO'd Amir Khan. He was fighting Humberto Toledo, and had got bit in the neck, and they disqualified, but he was winning anyways. And it was a good learning experience for him. I mean, I think people that haven't seen much of him but the Khan fight thought he was gonna go in there and blow him away. And you know, it was nice to see him go the distance. I was curious. Since the Khan fight, since the Amir Khan fight, I was wondering what he was like, you know, on a 10 or 12 round stretch, and I got to see that he's a pretty rugged guy. You know, he's tough, but he's rugged as crap, and we'll see what happens. I would love to see him in there with Ali Fanica, man. The two big lightweights I would love to see in action right there. Saturday's pay-per-view card, we had the Irishman, John Duddy. He decisioned Matt Banda, and I was really impressed with a lot of stuff Duddy was doing, like his jab and everything. The only thing that got to me was he chose the wrong fight to show us that he had that. I mean, Matt Banda, come on, man. I thought Duddy was going to blow him out the water and knock him out. And we've seen signs of what could have been a actually really great fight in the 12th round. Or 10th, I don't even know. Anyways, the last round. But they were holding back. I thought it was a sparring session, man. I mean, you know, Duddy wants big fights, and I'm sure he's going to eventually get them. But when you're on the big stage like that, and with the opponent like Banda, who's tough, but I mean, I don't know. I think Duddy could have done a lot more, you know, to impress people and impress the fans, and you know, call out Pavlik right afterwards. You know, don't think that not cutting your face up is going to guarantee you a fight with Pavlik, because it's not. Especially right now when there's money to be made, and there's fights, bigger fights that need to happen. I think Duddy could have done a lot more to look impressive as far as, you know, the blood and guts that we're used to seeing from him. You know, I really think he took a step back with that fight. I mean, sure, we seen he had a nice jab and he can outbox people, but I've always knew that. I mean, I didn't think he was always a brawler to begin with. I just think he chose the wrong fight and the wrong timing to show us that he had that. We also had Cotto. He stopped Michael Jennings in 5 rounds. I mean, pretty much as expected. I wasn't, oh my God, Cotto's back, you know, because it was expected. What impressed me, though, I mean, and I'm really excited now, was the fact that Cotto called out some names, man, you know, and if you've been following Cotto since day one, like I have, you know that he doesn't call nobody out. He's a promoter first type of fighter, and not Saturday he wasn't. He called people out, and I can't wait, man. I'm excited to see what ends up happening. You know, I would love to see him in there with the winner of Hatton or Pacquiao, or even Mosley, man. I would love to see that rematch again. But he's calling out names, so that's always a good sign from a quiet man like Cotto, because we already know he can back it up. All he needed was that little edge that he got Saturday night, and we had Rubio quitting on a stool in the 10th round when he faced Pavlik. Now, I don't know if it's just me or maybe you guys feel like this too, but you know, I'm getting sick and tired of seeing guys quit on their stool, man. You know, I understand, man, their safety and all, but this is a fight of your life, man. You might not ever get another chance like this, and you're going to quit on your stool. I mean, he was taking punishment because he wanted to. I mean, he was just laying there since round one. It's not like if he got hurt in an exchange. I mean, the man went into the fight with his hands up, which is one reason why they should have gave Enrique Ornelas that fight with Rubio, which I think Enrique won, because I knew that Enrique would have gave Pavlik a much better fight, and he's a little bit chinny, but he has a lot of heart. And for those of you that don't know, that's Librado Andrade's little brother. He fought to a split decision, lost to Rubio the last time Pavlik fought, the Bernard Hopkins undercard, and it just irked me because I knew this was going to happen, and I would have preferred to see Ornelas because Ornelas would have tested him at least a little bit more, and would have gave us a fight, especially on such a low budget pay-per-view, man. I mean, that sucks. I don't even want to speak more about it. I think Pavlik looked the same. Pavlik did what he does. He comes forward, double jabs, and throws that straight right. I mean, I was happy to see him use a left hook a lot more, but I think he used it a lot more because he had a punchy back standing right in front of him. I hope he keeps it though, because that left hook is really dangerous, man. Now to some news and notes. We got Marquez versus Diaz will now be for the WBO and WBA straps, so we will have a champion at lightweight. We also have Cotto. He's looking to stay busy versus Cintron or Claudia in June already. Now, hope to God they do not give Cintron another opportunity. Put his ass back on Thursday night on the Versus card, because what he pulled and the shit he pulled afterwards, with this, even the stuff he's been talking since, it's a disgrace right now, man. And don't give this man another shot. We have Claudia, who really, really deserves his shot, and he's been avoided, and he's being left in the dark. When he's a great champion, man, he's a good champion that needs to start fighting people, and Cotto and him will make a really good fight, I think. So I hope it's Claudia and not Cintron, man, because that'll be some bullshit. We also have and Klitschko seems to be falling apart, which I don't care. I really don't mind. I thought they kind of did Areola wrong by stepping over him and allowing who hasn't done shit at heavyweight, to come in and fight for the title, But I mean, that's the politics, and I don't get into politics, so whatever. Upcoming fights and predictions. We got Giovanni Lorenzo versus Dionisio Miranda. I mean, both are coming off two totally different situations. Giovanni Lorenzo was pretty hyped up, and he lost to Raul Marquez. And then we have Miranda, who was supposed to have been just another fight for Sebastian Demirs in Canada, and he ended up pulling it off. So, I mean, based on what I've seen of the two, even though Miranda won, I still think Lorenzo's going to outslick him a bit. He looked good in the Marquez fight, just that Marquez was bringing it to him and was making him fight inside. I don't think Miranda's too good of an inside fighter. I think he's more of a brawler, which I think Giovanni Lorenzo can avoid and will outbox. We have Thomas Adamek back versus Jonathan Banks. Banks, as far as I know, don't have too much experience. I ain't seen much of him, but what do we do when this happens, man? We always predict the KO by the champion, and the one we do know more of. And I really hope Adamek gets the win, because he's really exciting, and I can't wait to see him in the future again. Some questions from the viewers. We have Atman from Max Boxing. He's asking me who I think is the best young fighter and why. To me, right now, I think Victor Ortiz is. And we have a bunch of up-and-comers, a bunch of knockout artists. We have a bunch of those. But what gets me about Victor is his character, the way he carries himself, the way he's really fan-friendly, really camera-friendly, and I think he's good for the sport, there's a lot of young fighters that come to my mind, like Abner Mares, Urbano Tion, we have Gamboa. We have a bunch of guys, Amir Khan, that are coming up, but out of all of them, I think the one that stands out to me is Victor Ortiz, because of the way he carries himself outside of the ring, which is really good for the sport right now. And Jay Cuban from Eastside Boxing is asking me, what's my opinion on your Yorkies Gamboa? Many say he's too violent. Too violent. Many say he's too wild. He's too chinny. But I like the guy. He comes to fight. He gets dropped, and he continues coming forward and forward. And he's fought some pretty tough opposition, And I like the guy, man. I can't wait. I can't wait till he's in the mix with these top 10 guys, because he's gonna make him work. Even if he loses, he's gonna make him work. I do see him as a kind of champion, though, that will lose and then, gain his belt a couple fights later because of his chin. But regardless, he's exciting, and I can't wait to see more of him. With that, your boy's out. Big ups to Eastside Boxing, Max Boxing, YouTube. Look me up wherever you want. Ask some questions for next week's show. Peace.